morning, everyone. Welcome to CME Travel and Daily Coffee Talk. I'm Marsha.
I'm Curt.
And oh my gosh, we match. I just realized we both have on blue shirts.
Yeah.
That was not planned.
It was a rainy day, so I thought I'd wear a little something dark so, if I go outside or anything, it won't burn
I drove
up.
a lot in the rain yesterday. Well,
Yeah.
good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about my trip from last week. You got to get the most out of even work, right? So, flew down to Florida, had a great time, flew back.
Hey, you
Can't wait to
flew
tell
down
you about
on
it.
Wednesday, right? I
Yes.
dropped you off
Got up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
had to be there for 4.
Had to be there at 4. Curt made me very nervous. His foot doesn't push down on the gas pedal as fast as mine, and I didn't think I was going to make it before they closed up the gates. Because we didn't get there till like 10 after 4.
Was that going over the speed limit?
I don't know.
Yes. That's all.
It didn't feel like Mach 10 to me. I'm just throwing that out there. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
got there, flew out at 5 o'clock, got in at 10. We couldn't get into the hotel, but we could leave our luggage. We changed into our bathing suits and
I
hit the
do
pool.
believe I told everybody you had a drink in hand by 11 a.m. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
Somebody had sent me pictures smiling real big with a drink in her hand.
Yeah. Well, we decided to lounge by the pool. They had other options we could do, but that one was the best one.
Did you? Now I haven't
got
even
up so
looked because
early.
I haven't been on there in a while to really pay attention. But did you share anything to the See Me Traveling Facebook? That's what you were
did.
doing. Oh, that's right. You did share some stuff. Oh,
I didn't
gosh,
share everything though.
I ain't even. I know I seen it. Never mind. I saw stuff.
Slacker.
Jeez.
Let's say good morning to a few people. We'll talk a little bit about my trip.
Real quick, today is Tuesday, May the 13th, 2025, and a few folks in here joined me yesterday. I did a pop-on live, it's been about 10 or 11 o'clock in the
I
morning.
saw Bailey was the star of the show.
Well, she was chilling like she is right now.
She's not happy that she went to the doctor and got shots yesterday. It wasn't the good kind of shots.
She ain't as
either.
happy today. She was fine yesterday. She was chilling riding down the road. Yeah, it's a long ride for her.
Yeah.
I think she needs a doctor closer to the house.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's say good morning.
All right. Let's see. Scott McNeil was in here, and John Gaylor, he was in here. John.
Hey, good morning, John.
Good morning. And Scotty J Travels was in here saying,
Hey,
whoop,
good
whoop, whoop,
morning,
whoop,
Scotty J.
Thank you so much for being with us this morning. And they were all saying a few hellos to each other. But we have also in here TNT.
Good
Let me show
morning,
this right
Tom
here.
and
Good
Terry.
morning and Frog Jumping Day. Yeah.
Good morning and frog jumping day.
Yeah, that's a day. That's a
I'm not sure how they come up with these days.
Frog
I'm just gonna
Jumping
throw that
Day.
out there.
There's a few others in here. We'll get to
this-
those in a minute. I want to
Okay.
get to a few folks on here. There is Ohio Travels
Hey,
with
Chris, good
Chris is
morning.
in here, and I think, like they said, we need another Scott in here to be compliance. All that good stuff.
Scott McNeil's in here. We got 3.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
We have 3. Because
Controversial.
Controversial Cruising Good Morning is in here, in the
I
house.
had to do a little scrolling to see that. There's another one right there. Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott. Thank you so
Morning.
much for being with us. And
Matchy, matchy. Matchy, matchy. Yeah.
Bone Tired Travelers. You didn't say it.
So, good morning, Denise.
We had the blues. Yeah.
We do have the blues today. I'm going to tell you, I could sleep another 24 hours, I believe. I was a little bit not
rain.
getting out of bed. It's rainy, you like to...
Yeah, I mean, and we can hear it on the roof. When we can hear it on the roof, that's some hard rain here. It's
And Najima Brown, good morning.
Good morning,
Thanks for being
Najima.
here this morning. I'm going to talk a little bit while you look through and do some little, whatever
Marking.
you do over there.
okay.
Question of the day is about flying, and I'm going to get to why question of the day is about flying. So, with everything that's going on, they've had some blackouts, they've had some people walk off, they've had some, strikes and things like that with the unions. How do you feel about flying? Are you still like, oh, well, I don't fly, period, anyway, so it doesn't bother me? Or, maybe I'm okay. I'm still okay with flying, or I'm still a little nervous about flying, and that's a me right there. The nervous about flying, but I didn't have a choice, which is also one of them. It's like I don't have a choice if I want to go somewhere. like, want to cruise, I have to fly because there's none anywhere near me, right? So, got on the first plane and it was actually on time. And
Oh, you mean your trip?
Yeah, on my
Okay,
trip.
now we're talking. Okay.
And they made me do the valet bag where they check your bag at the gate and they don't charge anything for it. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. The reason I packed that carry-on is so I had it in my hands at all times, and I had underwear, and I had, all my toiletries in it, and a brush in it in case the other bag didn't make it. So it doesn't do me any good to have a carry-on that they valet at the door. I'm just throwing that out there. And so when we got to Charlotte, I had to wait. I had to wait for my bag. So I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Finally, the pilot gets off the plane. Nobody else is on the plane. And he comes out and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" And we were like, "We're waiting for our bag." And he said, "They haven't gotten that to y'all yet?" And we're like, "No." So he went out and got it. Well, we're watching. Okay, we can see there's a window right there. And those bags were flying everywhere. You better make sure your stuff's packed in there good and that you have some bubble wrap around everything and you are prepared because these bags go through so much getting on and off of that plane. You thought you had it rough getting on and off the plane? Those bag, I saw a bag go and fell off.
They
of the
couldn't see your
conveyor
hand
belt.
dog because you didn't even have it in screen.
And fell off of the conveyor belt. Well, guess
Okay.
what? I think that was my bag. I swear I think it was my bag.
She told me.
And
Yeah.
so we get to our whatever you call it, our
Destination?
connecting flight.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh, yeah, she went through Charlotte. Yeah.
then they wanted to check it, and then I had to get it with my checked luggage again at the valet. They took my bag.
Oh, both
again.
times? I didn't
Both
know that.
times.
I didn't know that.
And so I was like, but if that one doesn't make it, I'm always nervous about letting go of my bag.
Because she has been without.
Plus, it's my computer in it, and so I have to hold my computer instead of putting it in my carry-on, which is the whole point of having a carry-on. Anyway, so got there on both flights at like point five, like Mach, whatever you want to call it, because we get there. And he's like, "Yeah, we're 20 minutes early." And I'm like, "We didn't leave 20 minutes early. How we get 20 minutes early?" And I'm not kidding you.
Had a tailwind.
He goes to land, and it's... And we kept going.
Wow, sound effects for y'all today.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I thought this sucker's going to slide right on into home place. It was crazy. Get on the next flight, and we thought, when we got off of that one, we were like, same thing, right? I was like, they went to the same flight school, apparently. Apparently, the idea is to see how fast you can hit the landing strip and then see if you can stop before hitting something.
Nose up.
Yeah, that's how it felt. Felt like we're nose up. And I got a little irritated, and I say this every time I fly. I don't understand why they fill the plane from the front to the back. Because
yeah, I don't understand that.
then when you come in, you go dunk, 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 dunk. That's everybody's head, elbow, leg, whatever. You're
Whatever's
running over
sticking out,
people,
trying
right?
to. Yeah.
Yep.
Some
Trying
people don't
to
know to move. Yeah.
And some people do move, and it's still hard to get through there. And so I looked it up because Marsha, she was like, "There's got to be a reason that they don't do this. They can't be that." Well, they could probably be that dumb, but let's just say that they're not, and they're smart people because they fly planes and they do this stuff for a living, and somebody ought to be able to figure out why
Somebody
you
gave
can
it a
do
thumbs
this, right?
down.
Y'all are so mean.
Somebody
Anyway.
gave a thumbs down. I can see
So
it.
excuse me. The reason they do that is for weight distribution. Excuse me. You can't have all the weight at the back. You can't have all the weight at the front. It's just like a boat. So that's the reason they do that. At least that's what they said. And sure enough, I got on my last flight of the night, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. And the gentleman goes, "Hey." The pilot goes, "Hey." And he said, "Hey." Just to let you know, he didn't say
Please.
hello and please. Okay? He said, "Hey." And he said, "Y'all must be flying light today because we need to get some people from the front to move to the back in order to be able to fly out of here." Well, what he didn't realize, because he was late getting on the plane by an hour, just throwing that out there, pilot didn't make it
Okay,
in
let's
time.
move on.
Anyway, they actually got on. They didn't put our valet luggage on there. They almost left my luggage with my computer in it sitting on the tarmac. So he was an hour late getting there, so we didn't have a pilot. We
That's
didn't think
coming
we were gonna-
home. Did you tell him
coming
that?
home, coming
Okay,
home.
yeah. You never did switch from
Okay,
going down
okay,
to coming
okay,
home. You're not
home.
explaining.
Pilot still doesn't matter. Still a pilot. Still got to get on there.
Okay,
He's
this
an
is
hour
on the way
late getting
home.
there. We didn't think we were going to have a pilot. When we finally got a pilot and we got on there, they made us valet our bags, and then the bags weren't going to make it. We literally were on our way to the the takeoff strip
In Charlotte.
in Charlotte,
Yeah.
and I
Again.
noticed he made a U-turn and was coming back the other way, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? They don't tell you anything right away, right? They're like, nah, we'll wait till the last minute to tell me forgot their bags, and that's the reason that the weight was not distributed properly. But made it home in time.
Sunday morning at 1 a.m. she
Yeah.
made it home.
So,
I went and picked her up.
And the flights themselves, there was one that was a little bit bumpy, but the rest of them were fine. And landing was interesting on all of them, but takeoff was great. So as far as I know, they had everything they needed to get me to and from, except for the pilot that one time. I don't know. It might have been somebody in the audience is just like, I'll fly it. Let's go. That's the way it felt.
Huh.
Threw on that little captain's outfit, and maybe it was Captain Billy J that flew us. I don't know.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been. The astute tourist is with us this morning. Good morning there, Jimmy.
Good morning, Jimmy.
We also have cruising is
Good
fun
morning,
anytime. Cheryl, thank you so much for being with us. And Bone Tire Traveler says, wow, must have been, yeah, I could have slept. She could have slept all day long. Let's see, 333 days to the ABC.
ABC 333.
Okay. And she also, Chris telling us that it's raining there.
too.
Hey, there's Eddie Lugo in here.
Yo, yo, yo.
How you doing, Eddie? And we also have the Ohio, listen to me.
Good morning,
Ocean Travel, Bruce and Cindy. Now, right here, John Gaylor
My
says,
idea of flying is driving really fast. Me too, John. I've learned, from cruising and stuff and doing this trip, I prefer to drive. And there are near-death experiences on those highways, but also it's still safer to me as far as I'm concerned. As far as time-wise, and being in control of when you leave kind of thing.
Tom from TNT's Adventures to Sea says, we fly almost everywhere and go a couple of days early, so we take
it as it goes.
Yeah.
So I don't have any control over this trip. My boss is the one that gets the tickets and pays for the rooms because it's a conference, right? Mm-hmm. Although if it was up to me, we would not leave at 5 in the morning. The ladies that I travel with are not in a good mood at 5 in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning when we're getting home.
5, you left at 4.
That's what I'm saying though. They're not in the mood to do any of this stuff at that point in time. They're grumpy. I'm a morning person, but they're not.
Danny D, spectacular supporter. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Let's see who else is what they're saying in here for what you said.
We did get dinged a little bit for overweight luggage, and it was the normal suspect, and they had to give me some of their stuff to put in my suitcase. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Mm-hmm. To get the stuff on the plane and not have to pay $100 extra. That's a lot of money just for like a pound or two overweight.
Yeah, they turned off the air brakes so they could make up time, Marsha, in there.
That much, I think they did. I'm telling you, I was like, this thing's gonna turn sideways. Here we go.
When they was landing.
Yeah. It was interesting to see, to feel like.
Listen right here. Read that one.
We
TNT.
watched Terry's bag sitting on by the plane conveyor belt, as so many others are loaded, and last minute went on. Thank goodness, right? Because that's what I was worried about. I was like, okay, it's my little bag. I'm gonna get on there. Don't watch it. You don't want to watch it. You don't want to see what your bags go through.
Have you told them that you had to buy a new bag?
I had to buy
a new suitcase.
I get my suitcase by the time we get.
This is going
Orlando
down.
Airport.
You don't explain your story
I had
very
not
well.
finished speaking. So I get my bag off the little conveyor belt in Orlando. I go to pick it up and start, and this is the checked bag, and they have once again busted my suitcase and my wheel fell off. So I was trying to get that suitcase out of the airport with 3 wheels on it. I was not happy. So we ended up ordering a suitcase from Walmart on same day delivery and got another suitcase.
They waited the last minute to do it, by the way.
Of course we did. Of course we did. We tried all week trying to get that thing, and it just was hard to. It didn't believe I was.
They could
in
almost
Florida.
walk to the Walmart or Ubered or
Yeah, Kurt, because I see you walking 9 miles a day every day. 9 miles there, 9 miles back. Yeah, I see you doing that.
It was just across the pond. You could have went across that pond and it would have been cut off 3
Yeah.
miles.
Well, you want me to swim in there with the gators?
Just telling you.
Lee.
Let's see. PK Adventure Travel says, welcome back, Marsha.
Thank you.
Hey, look
That's
who's
a
in here.
treat. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks
Hope
for
they're doing
being
very
here.
well. Marsha, sound effects are on point.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Golly, don't encourage that.
I literally talk like that. This is real life stuff here. So, hung out by the pool the first day. Mm-hmm. And then we checked. We finally got to check in. And rooms are nice. We stayed at the Rosen Shingle something. But if you look up Rosen,
it's a resort. It's a huge resort.
Rosen Shingle Creek Resort. Yeah. Very nice place. Enjoyed it. Finally got to check in the hotel, and then we went downstairs after freshening up. We went down and taking a nap. I'm not gonna lie, I took a nap. And went downstairs and checked in for our conference and got our schedules and things like that.
Good morning to Fam Adventures.
Good morning. So I'm not going to bore you with all the, stuff that we did.
Well, the exciting thing is what happened when she was on the trip. It ain't the traveling.
No, but I wanted to get that out because that had something to do with the question. Yeah.
Name some of the, okay.
So some of the
you know
things
some of the things that you did, but I mean, I'm going to show a few folks that's in here.
And I know you guys, if you've ever been to Orlando or near Orlando or live in Orlando, you know
Morning, Linda.
It looks like a Ferris wheel, but it's a big, huge one where they call it a sky something, where you sit in it, it's enclosed. That area is where we hung out at a lot. We ate dinner there one night. We went to a club one night, and oh my gosh, let me tell you, we had a great time. So the drinks are free while you're there. Food's free while you're there. And they had this great band playing, and I got to know a few of them. I'm just gonna say it like that. I got to know a few of them. One of them was the drummer.
Watch how you say that.
I'm gonna clarify. One of them was the drummer, and when he came off stage, he was coming off stage because somebody else was gonna do the drums for a minute. And I showed him my grandson playing the drums, and I said, I've got one that's gonna grow up to be just like you.
He really cared to see that.
He said, I have a 1-year-old, and my 1-year-old likes to, bang on the drums already. So
y'all exchanged pictures and stuff, right?
No, we didn't do any of that.
Oh.
But then the one of the guitarists, and I can't tell you which guitar is what up there. I can just tell you he was on my side, and I started kind of messing with him, talking to him in between the show, going, "Oh, I love this song," and that kind of stuff. And they were giving away hats, and I had my tag, and I kept waiting for him to call my number. They didn't call my number. Finally, I looked at him, and I was like, 497. Call 497. He's like, what is it again? I said 497. And guess what? He said 497. You're a winner. And got a hat.
Good morning, Antoinette.
Morning. So it was a real fun time that night. We danced and danced and danced. And when old people dance at night, and then the next morning you wake up and the body parts hurt, everything hurt. My knee was swollen up like a little football.
Did you go to class or anything that day?
Nobody cares about those classes. They don't care about those. They care about the
fun stuff. Just wondering if she...
I did go to the class.
I never heard much, still haven't heard much about any class.
That's because I was in the fun part. Good morning, Keisha.
Good morning, Keisha. Thanks for being with us.
We went to an ice bar, which I thought when you go into an ice bar, the whole thing is ice, but it wasn't. So you had fire and ice. And this side was like a fire... the flames, the lights look like flames, that kind of stuff. And it was called the fire bar. Then you go in this cooler, and it's ice everywhere.
It was a big place, though.
We did a ski shot. So there was 4 shots on the ski.
They cannot see that hand.
4 shots on the ski. And you all hold the ski and you do the shot at the same time. That was easy. That was no problem.
Still don't understand it.
Then there was this ice sculpture, and there's these tubes coming from the ice sculpture, and you do regular shots from those. I didn't do that one because that place was jam-packed full of people. But I will tell you, be careful where you sit and where you lean in the ice bar, because you could get stuck there. Literally stuck to it. But I didn't. But people did. First time I've ever been in an ice bar. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Went back out, danced the night away.
Perfect for you because you roast anyway. You know, that's the
That was
midlife
That was a
thing.
lot of. That was all the same night. So went from one to the next to the next. Usually there's about 4 that you can go to each night. I made it to 3 that night. I didn't make it to the pool party, but I heard it was lame, and then not a lot of people were there. So I'm glad I missed it. We went to what else did we do? Oh, we went to Orlando, Universal Studios, and we didn't do the 2 parts.
She did that on Saturday, right before she got on the plane.
I got to see Jurassic Park T-Rex. I got to see the Jaws. I'm telling you.
Tell them you saw the parade. You didn't actually go.
I saw the parade. Yeah. I didn't go on the other side where everything fun was.
They didn't get a ticket for that side, so she want to go back sometime.
Yeah, we're going to go back. But we did get to go to Diagon Alley, and I really enjoyed that. Got to see the Dragon Spitfire, and they had butterbeer. They had jelly beans of all kinds of nasty flavors. They had wands, and I kept looking. I almost bought me a wand because I thought I could use it on Curt when I got home. You know, like a la Kazam, and it's mute or something like that. I don't know. But
thank you for Linda for being in here.
Hello.
Been on. She hasn't been on a plane since 2010. Had to sit in the
backwards seat.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just want to get to a few people.
But the most fun was at Orlando. It did rain, and it almost came exactly at the time we thought it was going to come because we're like, as we're leaving, they're calling for rain, so we need to make sure we get back. And we didn't do some other fun things that we had planned on doing because we didn't want to get wet and then get on the plane wet, right? It rained. We were soaking wet by the time we got to the airport.
Oh, wow.
And got coconut shrimp in the airport and a drink. I have really enjoyed, there's a Sunset Sangria and some other sangrias. They're really good. Sangrias are good.
Look who's in
Chomping.
Shanster.
Oh, good morning, Shanster.
Travis. How
Thank you
doing? Very well.
Here
Thanks
with us.
Go ahead.
Like the hat. You had Keisha up, and I was going to say what she said, and then I missed it. That's not it. Yeah.
Keisha right here, right there.
Chomping the instigating Curt's head. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So I had a great flight. Got back. Great trip anyway. Got back at 1:00 in the morning, and Sunday we went and ate breakfast. And then I did absolutely nothing Sunday. Nothing Sunday. I really enjoyed it. So.
Good morning, Anthony Simone. I hope you're doing very well. Somebody said they sing a doll in the future.
Yeah, I do too, Ron. I do too.
I don't know about that, but let's see. Let me roll on through here a little bit. Oh, I rolled too fast.
I really first time I've been to a theme park, okay, that had stuff like salads. That was the first one. I've never been to
what now?
They had a salad. So, looking, and they had turkey legs and corn dogs and all these crazy things that you can get. And we were just looking for something normal to eat that was not real, like heavy on your stomach. And they had a salad. They had a place where
they're telling us what that's called down there that you sing. That's called the Eye.
Okay,
Orlando Eye.
Yes, that's it. That's what I went to.
Y'all should have heard her trying to tell this. I've only heard the story once, but twice now.
Well, I'm not great with names, and by the time you have hit 2 places before you get to another place, you don't remember the name of that place. And they had all these big security guys up there like this, and I was like, "Thank you so much for what you do for us."
See that right there?
That's nice. Y'all remember the last time she got to know a band? Oh yeah, I did tell that story, didn't I? I did have a great time. I did learn stuff while I was there for the conference.
Tell them.
Why do the ladies always get free drinks at the strip club? Well, honestly, this was because it's a conference. When you go, somebody's sponsoring it. Some type of vendor is sponsoring the party at night, and food is included. There's entertainment of some sort always included, and the drinks are always free.
How cold was it there? I'm a little bit delayed in getting to a few folks. So.
Oh, you're slow, Curt.
I know. I always am. How cold was it, Marsha?
It was very cold. Yes, there was no pole in the ice thing, but it would have been funny to have a pole. I kept trying to get my coworkers to stick their tongue out and lick the ice sculpture, but they wouldn't do it.
Destination
hey, good
fun.
morning.
Good morning, sir.
I will tell you, I did not see any gators. I have been to Florida multiple times. I keep trying to see those gators that I see on TV all the time. I don't
They
think
even
y'all
had them
have
on the
any.
interstate the other day.
I don't even think they have any. I think it's all fake. But I did meet a squirrel. You know, I always have squirrel moments, right? Well, I met a squirrel.
This was at the pool. Wait a minute.
We
You gotta
went to
tell-
breakfast
Okay.
and just got like a biscuit or something. Was sitting out on the patio, and I looked at my coworker and I said, "Don't be alarmed, but there is a squirrel moving very fast towards you, and I'm just giving you that information so you don't freak out." And she didn't. Well, I threw the squirrel a little piece of bread because I felt sorry for him, and he ate it. And he thought, "Well, that tastes pretty good. Can I have another?" And I'm not kidding you. He came up and took the piece right out of my hand. And the third piece came and he put his little hand on my thumb and then he touched me before he grabbed like, "Thank you so much for feeding me today."
Rabies shots coming soon.
Oh, yeah, I will find some kind of little critter somewhere. I looked for lizards and stuff like that. I didn't see a whole lot of anything else, but I did meet a squirrel while I was gone.
Good morning, Lisa's Cruise Adventures. Thanks for being
Good
with
morning,
us.
Lisa. Thanks for being
Tell
here.
Steve hello. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Going down through here a little bit more. You got less. You got 4 minutes to talk.
Okay, so yes,
Wait a minute.
turkey
Okay.
legs are delicious. Antoinette,
Ocean. Okay. Yeah, we already said how.
Yeah.
Turkey legs.
I
Oh,
wanted to get a turkey leg, and then my friend was like, my coworker was like, "I want a hot dog." I was like, "I don't really want a hot dog." So we ended up with nothing that either one of us wanted, and ate at a place where the two of us got salads and the other two got sandwiches. But the sandwiches were pretty good. I got like a bull and bear sandwich, and it was basically brisket on a.
Linda's telling us that she used to go to Orlando a lot. There was a portion of downtown Disney called Pleasure Island. Had a lot of fun there.
Uh-oh. That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Can I tell you, I told Curt, because we were
Right,
so
here you
used
go,
to
Marsha. Here's an invite.
come to my neck of the woods. I can take you to see the gators in the wild LMAO. Well, a
No.
place called La Chua Trail in Gainesville. The gators are everywhere. So, because I had partaken in some dancing the night before, I could not
Partaking.
I did not get that bad this time. But my boss was like, "Hey, I'm going to walk on this nature trail. Do y'all want to go?" And there's a couple of them went with her, but I didn't because I could barely move because I had danced too much the night before. And I was even thinking about renting one of those scooters to get back and forth. That's how bad I was hurting there at one point in time. But the girl that went with her turned around and said, "Nope, nope, nope, not doing this," because it had the gator sign, "Beware gators."
Oh,
So she wouldn't do the trail.
I got you.
But
Yep.
maybe if I'd done the trail, I'd have seen a gator.
Okay? You got less than 2 minutes. Wrap up your
So
day. Your stuff.
basically, we did have classes 2 days of that time. I did take the classes. I did learn a lot, but I didn't want to bore you with the boring stuff. And I did want to tell you about all my fun that I did have, and I really enjoyed hanging out. We got some great food, and we didn't have to eat tacos and Mexican every night, because a lot of times when you're on these trips, they give you whatever's the easiest, and tacos is normally it. Some type of nacho bar or something like that. We didn't have any of that.
Did you
It was
try
good
any
food.
new drinks or anything?
No.
No? Oh, I don't believe this.
There's something called a peach something. It has
Okay,
peach
we none of
schnapps
us
in
know.
it.
Okay.
It has like Sprite in it.
Tell somebody in here might know. Scott McNeil knows a lot of drinks.
And it was something else in it, but warm and fuzzy peach something. It was not a peach, fuzzy navel. It wasn't that.
Okay.
But it tasted really good. Really, it tasted too good.
If y'all can take that and decipher that, I appreciate it. Hey, don't forget, Jen.Cohen is right after us are here.
Yeah.
And it should take you right over
It
there
wasn't
to
a
it.
peach Bellini.
Go over there and level up. Wasn't a what? A peach what?
Bellini. It wasn't that. It actually had it had alcohol in it, but you couldn't
I'm
taste
sure
it.
that does too.
No, I mean like not champagne, but like liquor. I should
okay.
say liquor in it. It had some type of liquor in it. It was really good. I had multiple because I wanted to make sure that they all. Yes, I needed to make sure that they all tasted really good. So I did a lot of them.
Okay, let's see the question real quick. With all the blackouts at the airport, we didn't really talk about that. Are you less likely? So, but 44% says it doesn't bother me at all. 44% of them, the closest to that would be they don't fly. 22% and 14%, 19% said they don't have a choice.
And on that, really quickly, just a piece of advice: pack carry-on only. Pack a backpack. Do not pack a check bag. Those poor
You don't know
check
what they're
bags,
going through.
They go through so much. I felt so sad for them.
All right, guys, we'll do our best to be here tomorrow. We're supposed to be. All right, thank y'all so much. Do not forget to go over to jen.co and right after this and say hello. But this is CME Traveling.
Daily Coffee Talk. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.